So I was actually looking up the original translation of perfect, and it comes from the Greek teleos. I think I got that pronunciation right. But it translates to perfect, but it's also translated to complete or mature or full grown. So be complete or be mature as your Heavenly Father is mature. In other words, what does that mean? Get to that place, and we've been talking about this. It's the divine life. It's be in the same place that God is. I always love when this passage comes up because I get to quote Vince Lombardi. Actually, I made t-shirts at one point that had to do with this, but perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence, okay? So we're always striving to bring our A game or our mature or our adult game. Think about it. We talk about the battle that we're in and, us versus them. In this context, really what we're talking about is it's a conflict with the mature and the immature, right? I mean, I look back at things like The Greatest Generation and how they just seem to have things right. Well, they were made to face reality because of wars that they were in. I feel like with 9/11, we grew up really fast when that occurred. We seem to slip as a culture back into immaturity. And that's really what we see, isn't it? And Jesus said, don't hate your enemies, love your enemies. Well, does that mean condone what they do? No. But I don't want to just throw money at the problem. That's not love. Gosh, I wish I was president of the United States. The first thing I would do is get help for these people that have mental issues, and get them healthy again. Not just throw money at them. A lot of that is to buy votes, to keep them in their addictions, to keep them in their state of mental illness, and to keep them dependent. That's far from love. That's abuse. So this is what it means to love our enemies. Okay, I see you're very immature, okay? But I'm not going to hate you for that. I'm going to try to help you with that. I'm going to try to help bring you into maturity. In whatever way God allows me to do that. But it's all about that. It's coming to a place, and I've said a lot of times too that, once we pass that psychological stage of individuation, it's basically late teens to early 20s. And we seem to break through into maturity, don't we? Okay? And by and large, what is immaturity? It's selfishness. After our own pleasures, our own wants, our own desires. And we break through to that completeness, that maturity, that perfection, God's perfection. We'll never be perfect, okay? But can we live in a place where we just seem to know what is good versus what is evil? Where we seem to know what is a better way to treat our neighbor and what is a bad way. We just seem to know. Remember, I always use the word, of course. A mature person just automatically seems to know what to say, how to act, what to believe. They've come to that place. They've broken through. That's what Jesus was getting at. So no, we won't ever be perfect. I don't think in this context that's what he was talking about. I think he was talking about maturity. Let's be mature. Please stand.